You know what? I think Jon Ossoff, Georgia Senate candidate, Democratic Senate candidate, should probably go around the country if he doesn't win, teaching all Democrats how to speak to reporters and how to use other channels to sort of get the message out and free advertising, something that Republicans have been good at for a long time. But this kid, not a kid, he's 30 something years old. He's pretty damn good. Check it out.
Want to try to set the record straight about something that your Republican opponent has been making a big deal about, and that is, why is it that you waited until after the primary to reveal that your business did business with a company in Hong Kong that was linked to the Chinese government?
Oh, this is utter nonsense. My company has produced multiple investigations of atrocities committed by ISIS war criminals.
But there's a payment from China that was not right. So just
answer the question. My company has produced multiple investigations of atrocities committed by ISIS war criminals. And these investigations have been aired by dozens of television channels in dozens of countries all over the world. And one of those television channels was in Hong Kong. That is the entire substance of Senator Perdue's campaign against me. And the irony of this is that Senator Perdue ran factories in Shenzhen province in cooperation with the Chinese Communist Party. Senator Perdue spent his entire career outsourcing jobs to China. The same senator who refuses even to debate me, the same senator who has been telling establishment Republican donors in private that Donald Trump is responsible for Republican defeat here, blaming the president personally, refusing to support the $2,000 stimulus checks that even President Trump demanded until we were 5 days from an election. The same senator who blames President Trump for Republican difficulty in Georgia, but then in public indulges the president's fantasy that he actually won here.
But if I may, just since he's not here, we're going to try to catch up with him and ask him about some of this later. But your financial disclosure was amended, so why did that happen after the primary, not before?
The whole reason that Senator Perdue is even making any deal about this is because I publicly disclosed every TV channel around the world that aired my company's investigations of ISIS war crimes. Just consider this for a moment, and let's extend this conversation, because I really think it's important that people hear this. Here, my company has produced multiple investigations, again, of ISIS atrocities. Okay?
Right. I think just the broader thing is, are you concerned that through a payment to a well-known young somebody linked to China, or the Chinese through another company, could be trying to influence you?
Come on, man, you're a serious reporter. Do you really believe that a TV channel in Hong Kong airing an investigation that my company produced of ISIS war crimes in Iraq is what you're implying that it is, or what David Perdue is implying it is? Hold on a second. Because this is
so the Chinese government does not try to influence young politicians in the United States.
Look, Chinese intelligence operations in the United States are a grave threat to our national security, and that's why it's so concerning that we have a senator like David Perdue.
But Mr. Ossoff. Okay, all right, okay.
I want to answer the question in full. Senator David Perdue bragged under oath about how he spent most of his career outsourcing American jobs to China. He operated factories in Shenzhen province in China in cooperation with the Chinese Communist Party, and he should explain that on the record. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
I mean, where do I begin? Where do I begin? First of all, he diffused the thing about China immediately by stating, the work that I did in the past was to create documentaries that showed the atrocities of ISIS. So that kind of put folks in another frame of mind altogether. But then he goes ahead and he ties absolutely every question to his opponent. And think about how powerful that is. Perdue was responsible for building factories along with the Communist Party in China at the same time that he claimed and bragged about outsourcing jobs. In other words, outsourcing the jobs of the people he's asking to support him for getting rid of their jobs and bragging about it. So he used Fox News to tell Fox audience that this guy that you guys are voting for actually takes your job away. But then he's also linking, he knows that a lot of the people who will vote for him will be sycophants for Donald Trump. And he goes ahead and says, and guess what Perdue is doing in the background? Perdue is telling all the donors that it is Trump's fault that he lost Georgia, and it's also Trump that is causing problems in the Republican Party. And then he links he links Perdue with the Communist Party. He goes ahead, and when the reporter tries to get a little bit testy, he says, come on, man, you're a serious reporter, aren't you? In other words, come on, do it right, which immediately sort of toned back the reporter because he knows that he's being taken lightly. But lastly, after pointing out all these issues, after linking every attempt that the reporter made to make this an issue with Ossoff, he made it a graver issue for Perdue. That reporter used Ossoff as an advertisement to really ding Perdue. And the coup de grace, if this Perdue, my opponent, the guy who's senator, has all these issues, how comes he won't even debate me? Because he's scared. And Ossoff put that out as well. This was a clinic in how you handle a biased questioning by a Fox News and how you ding your opponent in front of his own audience. I can imagine Perdue is now seething. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.